In a bid to prevent violence, state lawmakers want to make it easier for police to force people into mental health treatment. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. This law would be a big change because it would no longer require officers to have a first-hand account of what happened. If passed, police could pull someone in for a mental health hearing and possible treatment based on what someone else says about them. As Not on Your Side's Craig Smith reports, many question whether that is the right approach.
As Arizona law stands now, police need to see strange behavior with their own eyes before they can take a person in for mental health review and a court hearing. But State Representative John Kavanaugh, who's a former policeman himself, wants officers to be able to decide strange behavior someone else sees can be reason enough. Kavanaugh says his experience as a police officer tells him the sight of a uniform often makes a disturbed person calm down temporarily and disguise the behavior an officer needs to see.
Now, I know some people have expressed some concern that this might lower the standard to the point where people may be detained and committed capriciously, improperly, needlessly.
No, this does not lower the standard at all. The standard remains probable cause that the person, due to mental illness, is a danger to themselves or others. So I'm keeping the standard of probable cause there.
Representative Kavanaugh says Arizona requires police to have 3 hours of training in how to deal with the mentally ill. He has faith that will help officers make the right judgments. Clark Romans of the National Alliance on Mental Illness thinks sometimes people do need to be detained and forced to have a mental health exam, but he is not sure Kavanaugh's bill is the right approach.
Officer being told, hey, somebody down the street said he would like to kill me. Is the officer going to go down and take that person into custody? Is that probable cause? You know, I think it's way too vague.
Dr. Romans thinks 3 hours of training is not enough to help officers make the judgments they would need to make under this bill, but he would trust that power to officers who have 40 hours of advanced crisis intervention training. Some officers in Pima and Maricopa counties do have that training.
Craig, I know we're still early in the legislative session, but do we have any idea as to how close this bill is to actually passing?
Well, it's really partway through the process. Representative Kavanaugh says the bill made it out of committee in the House. Now it has to pass the full House and move on to the state Senate for consideration there.
Craig, thank you.